Our group project is on the government's involvement in Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood began in 1916 as a birth control clinic. Over the years, it grew and expanded into a nationwide health organization now known as Planned Parenthood. In 1970, Title X of the Public Health Service Act made contraceptives available for people regardless of their income. Roe v. Wade was enacted on July 22, 1973. During this time in history, the stigma of abortion began to lessen. Originally, women who had had an abortion were shamed and ostracized from their families and friends. However, over time, this stigma was lessened and people became more accepting of those who had had an abortion. In 1993, the National Institutes of Health Revitalization Act of 1993 was passed, which allowed fetal tissue research in America. In 2007, the Supreme Court ruled in the Gonzalez v. Carhart case to support the rights of states to enact limitations on the practice of abortion. States have enforced restrictions regarding late-term abortions, parent notification for minors, and the disclosure of health risks and side effects. Under the Obama administration in 2010, health care reform was passed, allowing women to receive the services offered by Planned Parenthood. On July 14, 2015, the Center for Medical Progress began publicizing undercover videos about the activities that occur at Planned Parenthood abortion clinics. In the videos, Planned Parenthood executives and staff can be seen conversing about the sale of fetal tissue and body parts. More than 1,000 bills have been presented to Congress concerning the issues of Planned Parenthood. The undercover videos that were released have caused discussions to rise about the true practices and ethics of the organization. Additionally, people have begun to question whether it is ethical for Planned Parenthood to receive funding from the federal government. This is not the question of whether Planned Parenthood should continue to exist or be shut down, but rather if the government should ethically be involved in such an organization, and if so, what percentage of tax dollars should be allocated to the clinics. When looking at this ethical question from a Christian worldview perspective, one must first consider what the Bible has to say. Genesis 1:27 states, "So God created man in his image. In the image of God he created them. Male and female he created them." John 1:3 states, "Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made." Jeremiah 1:4-5 states, "The word of the Lord came to me, saying, Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet to the nations." These verses summarize that there is a purpose for every baby before they are even born. God already knows them by name before they even come out of the womb. These verses demonstrate the sanctity of life proclaimed in the Bible, which is one of the most important components of the Christian worldview to consider when answering this question. Christians arrive at no concise conclusion. There are Christians that find it ethical to fund Planned Parenthood because the organization offers numerous other services to women and because it is also legal in the United States to have an abortion. Additionally, they believe that Planned Parenthood can offer safe abortions to women that will protect their health. Other Christians find that it is unethical for the government to fund Planned Parenthood because they provide abortions, which goes against what the Bible has to state about the sanctity of life. Materialists do not hold any ethical values because everything that exists only consists of matter and energy. Therefore, the value of human beings is reduced to just matter and chemicals. Since people are only a cluster of matter, ethics and morals will never exist. Materialism is based on the laws of physics, but the laws of physics only explain how matter behaves, not how it ought to behave. To materialists, humans are merely flesh and bones, nothing more. This means that there is no purpose for being, and human life is devalued to the same level of animals. To materialists, there would be no ethical issue to consider. They base decisions on convenience, or whatever they choose. Therefore, they would find no issue with the funding of Planned Parenthood, because everyone is free to make their own decision. Our group has two decisive conclusions on the topic, half believing that it is ethical for the government to fund Planned Parenthood, and half believing that it is unethical for the government to fund Planned Parenthood. When arguing that it is ethical for the government to fund Planned Parenthood, we believe that the good services Planned Parenthood provides outweigh the service of abortion. Planned Parenthood provides free birth control that consequently reduces the rate of abortion. They also provide free breast cancer screenings, STD, STI testing, and health information to the public. Legally, the services that Planned Parenthood provides are within their legal bounds. Because there is separation of church and state, we would not want our religious beliefs to be the only reason why Planned Parenthood is defunded. Since abortion is a legal practice within our country, we want women to have access to safe abortions that protect their health. The other half of our group believes that it is unethical for the government to fund Planned Parenthood because the organization provides abortions. Life begins immediately at conception, and the embryo has no other destiny besides that of a human being. As stated in Scripture, humans are made in the image of God and are created with a purpose. By funding Planned Parenthood, the government is indirectly supporting the mass murder of thousands of innocent lives. Additionally, the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution defend the right to life. By funding Planned Parenthood, the government is choosing to support the rights of women, but not the rights of babies. Planned Parenthood has also been involved with illegal activity, including the trafficking of human body parts nationally and internationally. They have also violated federal laws by disregarding the allocation of government funds. Despite the varying arguments and viewpoints, there is no concrete solution to the Planned Parenthood debate. Although we have looked at the Christian and materialistic worldview in our presentation, the issue expands across all the different worldviews. As we have found in our presentation, a person's worldview plays a leading role in determining his or her perspective on this ethical issue, as well as on the numerous ethical issues that are faced in our world today.